So, must have been about 6 years ago now. I recorded an album in a little recording studio in Ucluelet, and it was a beautiful, inspiring experience. And probably for that reason, because I'd recorded quite a few albums and I'd recorded quite a bunch of stuff. But this one did way better than anything else. It was successful. It got on the radio and it got me to all these amazing corners of the globe, and it got the attention of some major record labels in capital cities and stuff. And all of a sudden I was signing these big record deals with these fat old white dudes in boardrooms in New York and London, and they were telling me exactly what to do with my art. They were like, "You're going to be the next Vance Joy." And I was like, cool. How do I do that? And then followed a couple of years of me trying my best to do what they said and to ride the gravy train, you know? But it really didn't work for me. It didn't fit. It didn't make me feel comfortable. It didn't make me feel myself. When I was meeting these people, I was anxious and I'd trip over my words and I wasn't shining. And anyway, I recorded this album and I was trying desperately to kind of give them what they wanted. And I had spent about 100 grand on it, and I'd been working on it for about 18 months, and I couldn't get it right, and I knew deep down that it was laced with fear. And that's a terrible thing to put into creativity, into art, you know. It's kind of got to come from joy, or at least from an enjoyment in expressing those other emotions. And so anyway, I went to this meeting in Sydney with the record label, and they said, "Oh, we're gonna listen." They said, "It's not quite right. We know it's not quite right. You know it's not quite right, but it's cool because we got this guy, he's from REM and he's in America and he's going to remix it and then it'll be good." And I was like, what the hell is going on here? And I had a bit of an awakening, and I said, you know what, I'm going to throw this album in the bin and I'll come back in a week and I'll write a new one and I'll see you in a week with a new album. Catch you later. And I went home and started writing. Thanks. It was a terrifying thing to do, but it you know, sometimes you're so deep in a shitty situation that you're actually stoked to throw it all in the air. And I don't know how that works with sticking to your commitments and seeing things through and working hard at things over time, but sometimes I love that expression that if you're reading a book and you're not enjoying that book, you should just put that book down and read something else. I really like that idea. And it was liberating, and it felt like a weight had fallen away and I was able to be myself. And I woke up at 6 a.m. and I wrote for 16 hours a day all week. And I'm going to play you guys the first song that I wrote at 6 o'clock in the morning. And I called it Weight Falls, and I called the album Weight Falls. And because it just felt like a weight had fallen away and I could move freely again. The old fat white dudes in the cities were pretty happy with it too, and we coexisted peacefully for another 2 years before I realised that it was all a load of trash and went out on my own. And you can burn on, waking up tired with the weight of it all. The line is drawn, waking up high is the weight it falls. Saw the weight it falls. Was I blinded, holding on tight to the weight of it all, like minded? Come to my side, it's the weight it falls. Saw the weight it falls, the weight it falls, the weight it falls. Breaking the commitment that I wrote up in my mind, a state of indecision on an island, lost in time. I was lost in time, and I looked towards the levity I felt when I was young. Greeted by a melody, I disappeared just in time. I was just in time, and you can burn on, waking up tired with the weight of it all. The line is drawn, waking up high. falls, the weighted falls. And I look towards the simple and I look towards the kind. I look down at the shallows I was drowning in, lost in time. I was lost in time. And I feel that there's a levity growing inside. I breathe it in harmony, finding me just in time. I was just in time. After all that defense, I feel the warmth of the ever core. Your heaviness I can see where I was blind. I do believe there comes a time that you can burn on. Waking up tired with the weight of it all. The light is drawn. Waking up high is the weight it was up blinded. Holding on tight to the weight of it all that blinded. Come to my side as the weighted falls. Saw the weighted falls, the weighted falls, the weighted falls.